Guys, Jake Paul released this sparring footage with Hasim Rahman Jr. This video is not going to be a long one because Jake Paul doesn't get me any views anymore. And then two, there's not much to say about it or break it down because Hasim was going 50%, wasn't even trying with Jake, was using his one hand, and he was beating him. What this, I think, further says about Jake and his camp is that he's surrounded by yes men. This is something I've been saying since 2020, 2 years ago. I've been saying this. And none of y'all believed me. All of you were like, no, Andres, you don't know what you're talking about. You're biased, Andres. Well, guess who's laughing now? You are. Here's the breaking down. Jake actually believed that he beat Hasim in that spar, and that is bad. He is so delusional and has such a false perception of himself as a boxer that he's going to get himself hurt seriously one day. And he almost did this past weekend. When Jake claimed he won that round, Hasim wasn't even throwing a punch. He was coaching him. He was laughing while Jake was throwing bombs in his face. I mean, if this fight, I can see why this fight didn't happen because it wouldn't have been worth it. Because it would have been a 2-round fight and Hasim would have absolutely demolished Jake. He wasn't even going 50%. He was like half doing it. Yes, Jake got in some good shots, but Hasim was letting him. Like, guys, I'm glad that everyone says and is agreeing that this doesn't prove anything. And by the way, Jake, you're saying KSI is ducking you. You, meanwhile, called off the fight, gave Hasim Rahman Jr. 48 minutes to sign a contract, gave him less than, like, I think 5 hours or something to, about the 205 weight thing, and then you canceled it, like, 9, 10, like, 3 hours earlier than you said you were going to. And he didn't give any explanation, no termination notice. He made weight. He said he'd be willing to fight you. There's footage of you running away from Hasim. Like, this tough guy perception is finally breaking. It's finally breaking. And Jake hasn't really responded to the allegations that Hasim has put out. And I'm just glad that everyone is in agreement that Jake is delusional. He didn't win the spar. And we all kind of are seeing, wow, I can see why Jake decided not to fight him. Because at the end of the day, Jake basically said to his team, how far do we push these guys until they don't like what we're doing? And then one thing that they say, we cut the fight off. And it's a genius move. And it's something I predicted he would do. He's now able to say, I can't trust boxers. I can't trust this community. I can't fight real boxers. And you know what? There's a part of me that agrees with him. Because now we've had 2 big events canceled because of boxers. So he's going to say, I have to go and fight MMA guys. I have to fight these celebrities because they're trustworthy. At least they show up. That's what he wanted. Because now everyone will give him a pass for not fighting real boxers. That noise has gone away. He knows that even if he beat Hasim, even if, like, the smallest sliver of a chance that he beat Hasim, he would not be able to have a good career fighting boxers because he would lose, and he would lose big time. And I think Jake understands that. And now we're going to get Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate. I don't know why anyone's saying that Andrew Tate's going to win because the man's never boxed before. He's obviously going to lose. And I don't know why Jake would take that kind of fight. I mean, literally, Face Sensei versus Jake Paul would be more competitive than Andrew Tate. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts on Jake Paul and the whole situation. It's kind of just confirming what I said, and no one even cares about Jake anymore, so that's why I don't really have to go into specifics. Like, sub, and comment, and yeah, man, YouTube boxing is having a rough time this summer, that's for sure.